Hey y'all, it is a brand new Monday. We got some brand new hair. Welcome to Lutalia. All right, y'all. So it might feel like just an ordinary Monday, but for me personally, it is not. It is January 31st. It is the end of the first month of the year. We got through it. 2022, we're here. But tomorrow is even more special because tomorrow is my birthday. I am exiting my Jesus year, and I don't know, I feel like the word to describe last year would be revelation. I feel like I've had a lot of revelation, whether in relationships, in different relationships, family, friends, others, whoever, revelations about certain things about myself, maybe like, my limits or things that I didn't kind of know. Sometimes you don't know what you do or how you feel about a certain situation unless you're in it and you're tested. And I feel like I experienced that. For me, in the end, it is all good and well because I'm all about clarity and calling a thing. And I feel like a lot of the revealing that happened had to happen so that it makes space for new things. And now, as I go into 34 in less than 24 hours, if I can name or kind of put forth what I would kind of name my 34th chapter, I think it's intentional, I think I am focused on what my intentions are for the things I want, what are the driving forces behind that, to be intentional in everything that I do. You know what I mean? If I say yes, I mean yes. If I say no, I mean no, and I stand behind it. And trying to find clarity in other people's intentions when it comes to me. I am all about discernment. Lord, give me. Like I'm gonna be greedy about that. And I think in the walk and talk of self-care and self-discovery and everything like that, I definitely want to be intentional about how I go about it, what that really looks like, to clearly define it. Because it's easy to just talk and quote things and sound all positive and inspirational, but this is our work. It's not always fun, but it's necessary, you know what I mean? And I actually had bought this notebook. I had seen it at like Five Below, so this is when things were actually like $5. It actually has my favorite Bible quote. It says, "Be still and know that I am God." That is Psalms 46:10. And so it just felt serendipitous when I saw it. And I feel like a lot of times when we want to be intentional about the things that we want to do and we want to be focused, like, write that shit down. It's one thing to think it, because that's just a thought, it's just an idea. But when you put it, into focus and you write it down, it feels more like a plan that can be executed, that you can quantify, that can make sense, that you can cross off, you can go back to it, and see how far you've come, like make benchmarks for yourself. I kind of just started, and I guess I could share a little bit with y'all. I was listening to a sermon the other day, and it was talking about taking accountability and saying that today is my day, and in order to receive, you have to let go and make space for new blessings. And I feel like in chapter 33, in a lot of revelations, I did let a lot of things go, whether I intended to, whether I wanted to, dynamics change and had to change and redefining certain relationships. And now I think it has cleared path for me to make my intentions clear for myself, for my health, for my kids, for my happiness. The sermon also talked about like road rage. And I mean, I don't know if y'all know New York traffic. It can incite some road rage, and sometimes I have that. But the pastor was talking more. It was actually TD Jakes, if you guys want to check it out, The Potter's House. It was the one for January 30th. That it's not just road rage, like, you know, in the literal sense, like on your journey in your life. You know, there's rage there on that road that you're on. And a lot of times, having that kind of rage or anger, or not acknowledging any pain or anger or being mad, it can hinder any growth. It can stop blessings. It can delay your destiny. And you have to identify certain things that you are doing or you're holding on to that are holding you back from being great and stepping into your greatness and claiming it, and, you know, into your promised land and what is meant for you. And a lot of times we self-sabotage. And I think part of my revelation is looking at the things that I'm like, no, that's me. That's me. And these are habits and bad habits, and certain things that just need to change, because like, we can't be stagnant. I can't want better for myself and talk about better without actually doing it and taking those steps. So that's part of what I have learned. So I hope that you guys can put pen to paper and get really focused on the things that you want. Like for me, January was kind of like a, you know, double dutch. Like, I'll see if I'm gonna get in, like, sort of, let's test out the waters for 2022. But listen, I start off the month of February. It's Black History. Hey, you know, there's never a time that you can't just be like, I'm gonna start now. Like, this is, like, everyone's on their own pace. Everyone's running their own race. And for me, I've kind of already started. I'm not waiting, you know, for the clock to strike 12 and it's like, ooh, all these things are happening. You know, I'm setting them in place now. I'm setting up myself for success so that my 34th chapter is a great one, and all the things that I intend to accomplish, I do that. And if I don't, that I give myself grace, but I'm still working towards those goals. You know what I mean? Like, this book and the things that I'm going to write in it and that I have written in it are not end all be all. You know what I mean? There is, you can keep writing your chapter. And I hope that you guys can take from that and, you know, we can do it together. What, you know, things are you guys going to be intentional about, you know, whatever's coming up in your lives, whether it's just for 2022 or just things that need to be changed, you let me know. But I am here to let you know that there is always time to do what needs to be done for you. And I just wish you guys the best. So hopefully you guys wish me the best too, and wishing me a happy birthday and all that fun stuff. And I will see you on the next installment of A Boo Taught You. Love you guys. We'll chat.